folks, welcome back to Mr. P's Film Review, and I'm here with another retro review from the year 1997. I'm going to be talking about one of my personal favourites, the brilliant Oscar-winning Goodwill Hunting, which was released in 1997, directed by Gus Van Sant, and it features a brilliant Oscar-winning script from Ben Affleck and Matt Damon, who also star in this movie. This film also stars Minnie Driver, the late great Robin Williams, and Stellan Skarsgård. Goodwill Hunting tells the story of Will Hunting, played by Matt Damon, who is a troubled genius who works at a prestigious college as a cleaner. But in his spare time, he solves impossible mathematical equations with great ease that other students cannot solve. This catches the attention of Professor Gerard Lamb, played by Stellan Skarsgård, who wants Will Hunting to not only work with him, but to get help with his emotional anger, and signpost him to his friend Sean Maguire, played by Robin Williams. As always guys, before we go any further, please hit that subscribe button so you can follow this channel. Hit the alarm bell as well so you can get notifications when my videos are going to be uploaded, and give this video a like as well to help the channel grow. The premise of Goodwill Hunting is a familiar one that we've seen in numerous films such as Searching for Bobby Fischer, Little Man Tate. What makes this movie work so well is the brilliant and thoughtful script from Matt Damon and Ben Affleck. This has to be one of the best written films of the late 90s, coupled with great direction and superb career best performances from all involved. Goodwill Hunting is just a beautifully shot film, and I liked how Gus Van Sant captured Matt and Ben's hometown of Boston, and just captured not only Harvard and MIT, but also the streets and other areas as well, to give it an authentic feel. Gus Van Sant, under his direction, he takes the time to build up not only the narrative, but the characters within this movie. So with Will Hunting, we see how much of a troubled genius he is, but we also see how lonely he is. He hangs out with friends with no ambition. He is very angry. He's holding on to a lot of emotional trauma. He doesn't allow people to get close to him. He will use the defense mechanism of anger, humor. He will use those defense mechanisms to keep people away from him because he's been hurt in the past. And I like the fact that Gus Van Sant, in the first 30 or 40 minutes to get the narrative started, he shows us how Will meet with Sean. Because Will actually has 3 different psychologists before Sean, but he doesn't take any of them seriously. He just treats it as a joke. And it's only when he meets Sean Maguire, that's when he realizes that, you know what, you can't beat me. I know that you're hiding behind something. I'm going to find out what it is. And Sean can actually see through Will's facade. He can see that he is lacking in direction. He can see that he is upset. And also, he's quite lonely and he's very afraid of the world and going out into it. And in those scenes, you can actually see a rapport and respect being built between the two. And Sean actually helps Will to actually not only face up to his emotional trauma, but actually to find out, you know what, you are not alone in this world. This isn't just a movie about a troubled genius. Goodwill Hunting deals with some really heavy issues in terms of childhood abuse and emotional trauma, but it is handled so well. Goodwill Hunting has a fantastic script, and I cannot praise this script enough. Both Robin Williams and Matt Damon, they deliver some fantastic monologues that are incredibly rich. And we see just how intelligent Will is. There was a brilliant bar scene where we see Will come to the defense of his friend who tries to humiliate him in a bar, and Will actually shows his intelligence. When Will is offered several jobs, he turns them down, and his reasons why, and the performance that Matt Damon gives by explaining those reasons, mesmerizing. We see Robin Williams actually explain to Will that, you know what, you don't know anything. Have you ever been in love? Do you know what love is? And I cannot say that they are the high point of this film, because I think every moment in this movie is a high point. This is just a powerful film. Performance-wise, Matt Damon, Robin Williams, Minnie Driver, they were all Oscar nominated. Matt Damon, whilst we will forever know him as Jason Bourne, this man is a really good actor, and this is one of his best, if not career best performances, and he was rightly nominated for an Academy Award for Best Actor because his performance was flawless as the emotionally damaged Will. The anger, the intelligence, the vulnerability was mesmerizing as Will, just in terms of how he portrayed this damaged character. Someone who was emotionally damaged, was vulnerable, who lacked trust in anybody. He conveyed those emotions incredibly well. You got the supporting cast of Ben Affleck and Casey Affleck. And Ben Affleck, whilst it's unfortunate that his personal life will overshadow his professional life, he is a good actor when he's given a good script. And he was excellent as Will's sidekick here. And there was one particular scene that reminded me of Stand By Me, where these two are at a job and Ben Affleck's character says, you know what, I don't want to see you here with us guys. You've got an opportunity to go out into the world and do something great, because he knows how smart Will is. And he doesn't want him to waste that potential by hanging around doing nothing. Go out into the world and do something great. And that scene reminded me of Stand By Me. Geordie says, what's arsehole about hanging around with your friends? And Chris says, it's arsehole if your friends drag you down. You hang with us, you're just gonna be another wise guy with shit for brains. And he's pushing him in the right direction to do something great. And that's what Ben Affleck's character was doing. And I thought that was a powerful scene in the movie. The late, great Robin Williams as Sean Maguire. He was rightly Oscar nominated and he won the Best Supporting Actor Oscar because this was his best performance. And whilst Robin Williams will be one of the greatest comics to ever do it, he was also an excellent dramatic actor. Prior to this, he started another dramatic role, Dead Poets Society. And the scenes between he and Will, they were electric. And when you watch those scenes, you wonder who is actually helping who. Because both men come to the table with trauma, with baggage. Robin Williams' character has lost his wife. He is afraid to connect with anybody else. He hides behind his work. And Will is pretty much the same. He's experienced a lot of damage. So it's pretty much they're both exactly alike. Then they are different. Their dialogue, their scenes in the counselling sessions, I thought they were fantastic. And Robin Williams was excellent. Not only bringing humour and sarcasm, but bringing great warmth to his character as Sean. You got Stellan Skarsgård as Professor Gerard Lamb, who is the MIT professor who notices that these impossible equations have been solved and it's not by anybody in his class, and then he notices that it's actually Will that's done it. There was another sub-story that ran parallel to Will's story where Sean and Gerard, they both know one another and they've got a little bit of history and they both want what's best for Will, and there is a tussle between the two, and I thought that made for some mesmerising acting between these two brilliant actors. This movie is not cliched in any way, shape or form. Minnie Driver plays the love interest of Will, and she is not in the movie that much, but she's another person who leaves Will because he doesn't want to get emotionally attached to her. The script in this movie is so thoughtful, so witty, and incredibly intelligent. And at the same time, it is a movie where everybody wants what's best for Will, and you end up rooting for Will. And the counselling sessions between he and Sean, Sean actually wants to find out, why are you working as a janitor in a prestigious university like MIT when you could have been a janitor anywhere else? So there was a lot of unraveling to the choices that Will was making. Robin Williams was a fantastic comedian and he showcased great improvisation skills in every one of his performances, and he did it here with Goodwill Hunting. One particular scene where Sean is talking about how his wife actually farted a lot. That was an improvised scene by Robin Williams, and the laughter from Matt Damon was all natural. And if you notice, you can actually see the camera shake because the cameraman was also laughing in hysterics as well. But Gus Van Sant wanted to keep it in the movie. In addition to a brilliant musical score by Danny Elfman, Goodwill Hunting has one of the best endings to a movie that I've ever seen. It's not cliched, it goes against the grain, and it just has you cheering for Will, hoping that everything works out for him in the end. But overall, Goodwill Hunting, one of the most intelligent movies of the late 90s. At 25 years old, this movie still holds. And it works on so many different levels, be it light humour, drama, intensity. Especially one of my favourite scenes where Sean tells Will, after looking at all the abuse that he suffered, he said, it's not your fault. And then Will breaks down. And then that was like years of built up emotion that he just releases. And that was a very powerful scene in the movie. But career best performances from Matt Damon and Robin Williams. This film easily gets 10 out of 10 for me. So guys, thank you for watching as always. As always, hit that subscribe button so you can follow this channel. Hit the alarm bell as well so you get notifications when my video is going to be uploaded. Give this video a like as well. Leave your comment with, have you seen Goodwill Hunting and how do you feel about it 25 years on? Comment down below and I shall see you all on the next film review. Take care.